The space around Earth was quiet, almost too quiet. Captain June of the Earth Warship, Seongjin, looked out at the stars with a steady gaze. The crew moved around him silently, knowing that this mission was important. The Seongjin had been missing for months, and no one knew where it had gone. Now it was back, but something was different. The technology on board was advanced, beyond what the Galactic Council could understand. Commander Mira walked beside Captain June, checking the ship systems. She noticed changes that even she did not expect. The engines were stronger, the shields were faster, and the weapon systems had been upgraded. She could not explain it, but she felt pride. Humans had done something no one else could do. They had taken what they learned from other species and improved it. The crew gathered in the main room. Young pilot Heijin tapped on a console and turned to Captain June. "Sir, we are receiving signals from the council ships. They are confused." June nodded. "Let them be confused. They underestimated us once, and they will not make the same mistake again." The Galactic Council had been watching humanity for a long time. They thought Earth was weak and unimportant. They did not know that humans had intelligence and courage. Humans had survived attacks from other species and had taken alien technology for study. This had given them an edge no one could predict. Mira studied the navigation charts. The missing months allowed us to explore uncharted space. We found resources and technology. The ship is stronger than before. June leaned back in his chair, thinking about the time they had been gone. Months of training, testing, and learning had changed the crew and the ship. They were no longer just a warship. They were a symbol of human ingenuity. The Seongjin's return sent waves through human colonies. People cheered as the ship appeared in orbit near Earth. They did not know the full extent of the upgrades, but they felt hope. Humans had always faced danger, and now they were stronger than ever. Meanwhile, on the Council's observation post, Counselor Tylo frowned at the readings. The Seongjin has returned, but the technology is not recognizable. What have the humans done? His assistant, Lyra, shook her head. It is beyond our understanding. The shields and weapons are unlike anything we have ever seen. Tylo's eyes narrowed. He had underestimated humans before, and he could not let it happen again. He ordered the council fleets to prepare, but even he felt uncertain. The humans were not the same as before. They were faster, smarter, and more dangerous. Back on the Seongjin, Engineer Sujin adjusted the new energy systems. The ship's AI had been integrated with human commands, allowing instant responses to threats. Sujin smiled, feeling the hum of the ship under her hands. "This will change everything," she said quietly. Captain June gathered his officers. "We will return to the galaxy not to conquer, but to protect our people and ensure that no one underestimates humans again. Prepare the fleet for engagement if needed." Pilot Heijin tested the new flight controls. The ship moved effortlessly, faster than ever before. The humans had learned from every encounter, and now their knowledge was combined with alien technology. They were ready for any challenge. Communications Officer Mira picked up signals from neighboring colonies. Some were friendly, others fearful. The news of the Seongjin's return had spread quickly. Many species in nearby sectors had underestimated humans, and now they had to rethink their strategies. The crew held a brief meeting. Each member shared their observations. They were cautious but confident. Humans had survived worse threats, and the Seongjin was now equipped to face the unknown. As night fell on Earth, the stars reflected on the hull of the Seongjin. Captain June stood alone, thinking about the future. Humanity had always been underestimated, but now the galaxy would have to pay attention. The warship was more than a ship. It was a message. Humans were ready, and their time had come. In the distance, sensors detected unusual movements from the edges of the system. Unknown fleets were approaching, curious about the missing warship. Captain June gave the order, "Prepare for contact, but remember, we strike only if we must." The crew followed orders, ready for whatever came next. They had survived months in uncharted space, learned new technologies, and strengthened their skills. Now they were back and the galaxy would see what humans could achieve. Commander Mira looked at the main screen. "Sir, the council ships are sending requests to meet. They want to know what we found." June nodded slowly. "Let them ask. We have nothing to hide, but we also have nothing to fear. Humans will show that we are not to be underestimated." The Xiangjin moved gracefully through space, a symbol of human power and determination. Every crew member knew the importance of their mission. They had returned stronger, smarter, and ready to face the galaxy. No one would ever underestimate humans again. As the warship approached the Council's observation post, alarms sounded on alien ships. The humans moved with precision, their new technologies giving them advantages that the Council could not comprehend. The stage was set for the first confrontation, but humans would face it with courage and unity. Captain June looked at his crew. "This is only the beginning. Remember, humans survive, humans adapt, and humans never back down." The crew nodded, their faces determined. The Xiangjin was ready, the humans were ready, and the galaxy would soon learn that Earth had returned with power beyond imagination. The missing warship had come back not just to return, but to change the course of history forever. The Xiangjin drifted in the uncharted sector of space, a place humans had never explored before. Captain June stood on the bridge, staring at the vast darkness beyond. Commander Mira walked beside him, her eyes scanning the control panels. The ship had changed during its months of disappearance. The engines now hummed with a power that even June had never felt before. The shields were stronger, and the weapon systems could strike faster than any enemy could respond. Engineer Sujin worked in the engine room, checking the modifications that had been made to the ship. New energy cores glowed with a blue light, showing the strength of human engineering. Sujin smiled as she adjusted the systems. Humans had taken alien designs and made them better. The crew had spent months studying the technology they found and learning how to use it to their advantage. Pilot Heijin tested the flight controls. The ship moved smoothly through space, faster than it had ever been. He felt the thrill of the power beneath his hands. "Captain, the Xiangjin is ready for any challenge," he said over the comms. June nodded, feeling pride in his crew. The Galactic Council had sent scouts to search for the missing warship. They believed it was lost or destroyed, but they were wrong. The humans had not only survived, they had improved. The Council ships could not detect the Xiangjin because of its new cloaking system. It was invisible to sensors, a ghost in space. Humans had turned their disappearance into an advantage. Captain June called a meeting with his officers. Commander Mira, Engineer Sujin, Pilot Heijin, and Weapons Specialist Mincio gathered around the table. "We have learned much during our absence," June began. "We have tested new technology, explored unknown space, and strengthened our ship and crew. Soon we will return to the galaxy. We must be ready for anything." Mira nodded. "The systems are stable. The weapons are fully operational. The shields can withstand attacks from multiple sources at once. We are ready, Captain." Mincio, who had been working on the weapon systems, added, "Our targeting arrays can hit multiple targets at the same time. We have combined human precision with technology from other species. No fleet can match us now." In another part of the galaxy, Counselor Tylo observed the signals from the Xiangjin. "It has been months, and the humans are still out there," he said with concern. "Their technology is beyond our understanding. We must be cautious." His assistant, Lyra, shook her head. "They have returned stronger. The modifications are not minor, they are revolutionary. The humans have outpaced us." Back on the Xiangjin, the crew was exploring nearby star systems. They scanned planets for resources and studied anomalies. They found rare minerals and energy sources that would improve their ship further. Every day they spent in the unknown sector gave them new advantages. Humans had learned how to adapt, and they were unstoppable. Sujin worked late into the cycle, calibrating the AI systems. The ship's intelligence had been integrated with human commands, making the Xiangjin respond almost instantly to threats. The AI learned from every maneuver, every battle simulation. It was like the ship itself was alive, ready to protect its crew. Sujin felt proud of what they had accomplished. Captain June walked through the ship, speaking to the crew. Each of you has done well. We have survived and grown stronger. We return to the galaxy not for war, but to show that humans are capable, that we deserve respect. Prepare yourselves for contact with other species. Pilot Hagen smiled. They will not be ready for us, sir. Our speed and agility are unmatched. Mira added, and our shields and weapons give us the edge we need. The Council will be surprised when we return. The Xiangjin traveled silently, a shadow in the uncharted sectors. Humans had learned how to remain undetected, to observe, and to improve without interference. They were no longer the same people who had left months ago. They were stronger, smarter, and united by a purpose, to ensure that Earth would never be underestimated again. Counselor Tylo ordered more fleets to scan the sectors where the Xiangjin had been missing. They cannot be hiding this long without reason, he said. Prepare our forces. We may need to respond to a threat we do not yet understand. Lyra replied, the humans are unpredictable. We do not know what they have learned. Back on the Xiangjin, the crew continued their preparations. Weapons were tested, shields adjusted, and the engines tuned. Each member of the crew felt the weight of responsibility. They had the power to change the galaxy, but they also had the duty to use it wisely. As they approached the edge of the uncharted sector, the sensors picked up an unusual signal. It was faint, but it indicated the presence of an unknown fleet. Captain June called the bridge. All hands, prepare for possible engagement. We do not seek conflict, but we will defend ourselves. The crew followed orders, calm and disciplined. They had trained for months, and now their skills and technology would be tested. The Xiangjin moved with precision, ready for anything that might come their way. Commander Mira analyzed the incoming signals. They are not human. It is another species, possibly scouting for the Council. They do not know what we have become. June nodded. Then let us show them. We will not attack without cause, but we will be ready. Humanity has returned, and we will not be underestimated. As the Xiangjin glided through space, the crew reflected on their journey. They had faced unknown dangers, learned new technologies, and grown stronger together. Their mission was clear. Return to the galaxy, protect Earth, and demonstrate that humans were a force to be reckoned with. The mysterious fleet grew closer, unaware of the advanced capabilities of the Xiangjin. Captain June gave the order to maintain stealth. The humans would observe, learn, and act with precision. They had mastered patience and strategy during their time away. Sujin monitored the energy cores. The systems are stable, Captain. We are prepared for any encounter. Mincio adjusted the targeting arrays, ensuring they were ready for defensive maneuvers. Hagen tested the flight systems again, feeling the smooth response of the ship under his control. Captain June looked at the stars ahead. We return not as the same humans who left, but as those who have mastered the unknown. Let the galaxy see what humanity is capable of. The Xiangjin moved forward, silent and powerful. The unknown fleet would soon discover that humans had changed. They were no longer underestimated. They were a force built from resilience, intelligence, and courage. And humanity had returned to take its place among the stars. The Xiangjin moved through space, approaching the outer edge of the Galactic Council's territory. Captain June stood on the bridge, his eyes focused on the vast starfield ahead. Commander Mira monitored the sensors, noting the positions of Council patrols. The humans had returned stronger than anyone expected, and the Council would soon see the full extent of their power. Engineer Sujin adjusted the energy cores one final time. The ship's engines glowed with a steady light, ready for any maneuver. Weapons specialist Mincio tested the targeting systems. All systems are operational, Captain. We are ready for any engagement, he said. June nodded with approval. Pilot Hagen guided the ship through space with precision. The Xiangjin moved silently, undetected by the Council's scanners. Humans had developed new cloaking technology that made them nearly invisible to any alien detection system. They had spent months mastering this, and it gave them a significant advantage. On the Council's observation post, Counselor Tylo studied the readings with unease. "The Xiangjin has returned," he said, frowning. "But their technology has advanced beyond anything we understand. We need to prepare for their arrival." Lyra, his assistant, shook her head. "It is unlike anything in our records. The humans have changed." Meanwhile, on the Xiangjin, the crew prepared for the first official contact with the Council. Captain June gathered his officers on the bridge. "We return not to provoke, but to assert our position. The Council must understand that humans are no longer the species they underestimated. Prepare all systems, but we strike only if necessary." Mira studied the Council fleet. "Their ships are ready for defense, but they do not know the capabilities we now possess. Our shields can withstand their weapons, and our targeting systems allow us to respond faster than they can react." Mincio added, "We have learned from every species we have encountered. Our strategy and technology combined make us a formidable force." As they approached the Council outpost, sensors detected multiple ships moving in formation. The Council had dispatched their patrols to intercept the humans. Captain June spoke calmly. "They are preparing, but let us show them that humans act with precision and purpose." The Xiangjin moved closer, maintaining stealth until the last moment. The Council ships scanned for threats but could not detect the warship. June watched as the alien vessels struggled to locate them. Humans had turned months of disappearance into a tactical advantage. The crew felt confident in their abilities and technology. Engineer Sujin monitored the ship's systems. "The new AI integration allows instant reaction to threats. We can outmaneuver and outthink their forces." Pilot Heijin nodded. "Our speed and agility are unmatched. They will not see us coming if we choose to act." On the bridge of the Council flagship, alarms rang. "There! Something is interfering with our sensors," an officer shouted. Tylo's eyes narrowed. "Prepare for contact. We may be facing humans with technologies we cannot predict." Captain June gave orders to the crew. "Maintain readiness. Observe their movements. Only act if they threaten us." The Xiangjin glided silently, its presence hidden until the exact moment of reveal. The humans had returned not just to show strength but to demonstrate their intelligence and strategy. The Council would see that humans had adapted and evolved in ways no one expected. Commander Mira observed the Council fleet through the main screen. "They are scanning frantically. They still do not know we are here." June smiled. "Then let us make our presence known in a way that cannot be ignored." The Xiangjin activated its communication system, sending a clear message to the Council ships. "Humans have returned. We bring no war, only understanding. But any aggression against us or our colonies will be met with unmatched force." Counselor Tylo read the message and felt a chill. "They speak with authority and confidence. This is not the same species we underestimated." Lyra added, "We must approach carefully. They have surpassed us in technology and strategy." Back on the Xiangjin, the crew felt a sense of pride. Humans had endured months of uncertainty and training. They had explored uncharted space, studied alien technologies, and improved themselves. Now, they stood ready to show the galaxy what humanity could achieve. Captain June looked at his crew. "This is our moment. We return as humans who have learned, adapted, and grown. Let the Council see that Earth is no longer to be ignored." The Council ships moved closer, still unaware of the full capabilities of the Xiangjin. June signaled the crew to hold position. "We strike only if necessary. Observation first. We must understand their intentions." Mira adjusted the sensors, detecting subtle movements in the Council fleet. "They are cautious. They know we are different, but they do not yet understand how far we have come." Mincio checked the weapon systems one last time. "The targeting arrays are ready. We can defend ourselves or respond if threatened." The Xiangjin drifted into the Council's perception, revealed just enough to demonstrate its presence. The humans had returned as a force the galaxy could not ignore. Captain June felt a calm confidence. Humans had faced the unknown before and emerged stronger. The council would now see what they had become. On the council flagship, Tylo ordered communication. We must speak with them. Their technology is too advanced to ignore. We cannot underestimate humans again. The Xiangjin responded with calm authority. We are ready to discuss peace and mutual respect. Humans do not seek conquest, but we will defend ourselves and our colonies. The council officers felt tension and awe. Humans had returned with strength, strategy, and advanced technology. The galaxy was witnessing a turning point. Captain June and his crew had changed the perception of humanity forever. As the Xiangjin moved through space, the humans prepared for the future. They had learned to adapt, to master technology, and to survive. The Galactic Council now knew that humans were no longer weak. They were intelligent, strategic, and powerful. Humanity had returned to the galaxy, not just to exist, but to thrive and protect its place among the stars. The crew reflected on the journey. Months in uncharted space had taught them patience, resilience, and the value of teamwork. They had discovered resources, studied alien technologies, and enhanced their warship beyond imagination. The Xiangjin was more than a ship. It was a symbol of human courage and ingenuity. Captain June looked at the stars. Humans will never be underestimated again. We return not for war, but to claim our rightful place in the galaxy. The Council must see that we have grown beyond their expectations. The Xiangjin continued its approach, silent and powerful. The first contact with the Council was not just a meeting. It was a demonstration of what humanity could achieve when united by intelligence, determination, and the will to survive. The galaxy would soon learn that Earth had returned with strength, knowledge, and courage beyond imagination. The Xiangjin moved steadily through the edge of the Galactic Council's territory, its engines humming with quiet power. Captain June stood on the bridge, surveying the stars, feeling the weight of what was to come. Commander Mira monitored the sensors, noting the positions of Council fleets. Every signal showed that the humans were now stronger and faster than ever before. This was not the same species the Council had once underestimated. Engineer Sujin checked the energy cores, ensuring stability. The new power systems allowed the ship to move faster and endure attacks that would have destroyed older vessels. Weapons specialist Mincio tested the targeting arrays, ensuring they could strike multiple targets at once. Pilot Heijin guided the ship with precision, feeling the strength beneath him. The Xiangjin had returned with technology no one in the galaxy could match. Counselor Tylo watched the readings with unease. The humans had returned and were clearly stronger than the Council had ever imagined. Prepare our fleets, he ordered. We cannot underestimate them again. Lyra, his assistant, looked worried. Their systems are unlike anything we have recorded. The humans have clearly learned from their disappearance. On the Xiangjin, Captain June gathered his officers. We approach the Council's core territory. Remember, we do not seek war, but we will defend ourselves and our colonies. Stay alert and act only if necessary. Mira nodded. The Council fleets are numerous, but they lack the speed and precision we now possess. We have advantages they cannot match. Mincio added, our weapons are ready. Our shields can withstand multiple attacks simultaneously. We have learned from every encounter and adapted. As the Xiangjin approached, Council fleets noticed the humans. Alarms rang throughout their ships. Sensors flickered as the Council struggled to track the Xiangjin's position. The humans were using advanced cloaking systems, appearing and disappearing like ghosts in space. Captain June gave the order to hold stealth while the Council prepared their responses. The Council flagship sent a communication. Humans, state your purpose. We have detected your presence. Captain June responded calmly. We return not to attack but to assert our position. Humans have survived, learned, and grown stronger. Any aggression against us or our colonies will be met with decisive force. Counselor Tylo felt tension rise among his officers. Their confidence is unlike anything we have seen. They speak as equals, yet we have always considered them weaker. Lyra whispered, they are no longer the humans we thought we knew. Their technology and strategy have surpassed our own. The Xiangjin revealed itself fully, showing its advanced design and weapon systems. Council ships scanned it but could not comprehend the upgrades. Humans had combined alien technology with their own innovations, creating a warship that was faster, stronger, and smarter than anything the Council had seen. Captain June addressed the crew. "Stay alert. Observe their movements. We will respond with precision if threatened. Remember, our strength lies not only in our technology but in our unity and intelligence." Mira monitored the Council fleets. "They are cautious. They know we are different, but they do not yet understand how far we have advanced." Mincio confirmed the weapon systems were fully operational. "We are prepared for defense or counterattack if needed. Our fleet coordination allows us to respond instantly to threats." Heijin adjusted the flight controls. The Xiangjin moved with elegance, faster than any Council ship could react. Humans had mastered tactics that combined agility, power, and intelligence, giving them unmatched advantage. Counselor Tylo ordered a strategy meeting. "We must approach carefully. The humans have returned with strength and precision. We cannot underestimate them." On the Xiangjin, Captain June watched the Council fleets. "We show restraint and wisdom. We act with purpose. Humans have returned to demonstrate that we are no longer to be ignored." The Xiangjin engaged its shields fully, ready for any sudden attack. The crew remained calm, disciplined, and confident. They had spent months learning, adapting, and improving. Their mission was clear: protect Earth and demonstrate humanity's newfound strength. The Council ships moved cautiously, scanning for weaknesses. Sensors flickered under the Xiangjin's cloaking systems, creating confusion and hesitation. Humans had mastered patience and timing, using strategy as effectively as firepower. Captain June gave orders to maintain observation. "Do not attack unless provoked. We are strong, but we must act with intelligence." Mira noted subtle movements in the Council formations. "They are probing for weaknesses, but they cannot predict our capabilities." Mincio confirmed weapons readiness. "We can strike with precision if necessary, but our goal is to show strength and unity, not recklessness." The Xiangjin's presence alone caused unease among the Council. Humans had returned with technology, strategy, and courage beyond expectation. Their strength was a message. Earth could no longer be ignored. Captain June reflected on their journey, proud of the crew and their accomplishments. The Council realized they were facing a species transformed. Humans had learned from encounters, adapted alien technology, and combined it with their intelligence to become a force to be reckoned with. Tylo understood that diplomacy and caution were necessary, but the humans' confidence and readiness made clear that they were prepared for any challenge. The Xiangjin glided through space, powerful and silent. The humans had returned to the galaxy stronger than ever. Their mission was not conquest, but assertion. They were ready to defend themselves, protect their colonies, and ensure that Earth's presence in the galaxy would always be respected. Captain June addressed his crew once more. "Remember, our strength is not only in our weapons but in our unity. Humans survive, adapt, and endure. The Council will understand this today. We show them what it means to underestimate humanity." The Xiangjin held position, its crew prepared for observation or engagement. They had learned patience, strategy, and the importance of timing. Every member understood that their actions would define humanity's reputation in the galaxy. They were ready for whatever came next. As the Council fleet moved cautiously, sensing the humans' power, the Xiangjin became a symbol of human intelligence and determination. Captain June felt a quiet confidence. The humans had returned to claim their place among the stars. The galaxy would see that Earth was no longer weak, that humans had evolved, and that they would always defend their own with courage and skill. The crew of the Xiangjin prepared for the next phase, knowing that their time away had transformed them. They had explored, learned, and grown stronger. Now, their return would be remembered as the moment humanity showed its true strength. The Council had underestimated them once, but never again. Humanity had returned to the galaxy, not just to survive, but to thrive and assert its place as a force beyond imagination. The Seongjin stood at the edge of the Galactic Council's central systems, its engines humming steadily. Captain June looked at the stars, knowing that humanity's return had already made a mark on the galaxy. Commander Mira watched the sensors, noting the movements of Council fleets. They were cautious, hesitant to engage. The humans had returned not only with advanced technology but with strategy and courage. Engineer Sujin worked on the energy cores, ensuring the ship systems were stable. Weapons specialist Mincio checked the targeting arrays again, while pilot Heijin tested the flight controls. The Seongjin was prepared for any situation. The humans had spent months improving the ship and themselves. Every crew member understood that this was more than a mission. It was humanity's statement to the galaxy. Counselor Tylo studied the reports with concern. The humans had returned stronger than anyone expected. They have combined alien technology with their own. Our fleets are outmatched if conflict arises, he said. Lyra nodded, her worry evident. They are prepared for anything. We cannot underestimate them. Captain June called the officers to the bridge. We return as humans who have learned, adapted, and grown. We show the galaxy that we are no longer to be ignored. Our goal is to protect, not to conquer, but we will act decisively if threatened. Mira confirmed the sensors. The Council fleets are cautious, but they do not yet know the full extent of our capabilities. We have speed, shields, and firepower beyond anything they have seen. Mincio added, our targeting systems can hit multiple ships at once, and our shields can withstand heavy attacks. We are ready for engagement if needed. The Seongjin advanced closer, its presence becoming clear to the Council. Alarms sounded on the alien ships. Sensors flickered as the Council tried to understand the Seongjin systems. Humans had returned not only with superior technology but with the ability to use it strategically. The Seongjin's AI allowed instant coordination, making human tactics nearly impossible to predict. On the Council flagship, Tylo ordered communication. Humans, explain your return. Your technology is advanced beyond our understanding. Captain June responded calmly. We return to ensure that humanity and our colonies are respected. We have learned, adapted, and improved. Aggression against us will be met with decisive force, but we seek understanding and cooperation. The Council officers exchanged uneasy glances. They realized that humans had grown far beyond the species they once underestimated. The Seongjin's display of power and confidence was a clear warning that Earth's fleet could not be ignored. Commander Mira monitored the Council's response. They are trying to assess our strength, but they cannot fully comprehend our capabilities. Heijin maneuvered the ship slightly, testing its agility. They will soon learn that humans are not only strong but precise and coordinated. Sujin ensured the energy cores were stable. Our systems are ready for anything. We can defend or counterattack if necessary. Captain June spoke to the crew. Remember, humans have always survived and adapted. We act with intelligence, courage, and unity. The Council will now understand that underestimating humanity is a mistake. The Seongjin's presence alone caused unease. Council fleets adjusted their formations, cautious of the human warship's capabilities. Humans had returned not as the species they once knew, but as a force that combined technology, strategy, and adaptability. Mincio adjusted the targeting systems. We are ready to respond instantly, but our goal is to show strength and unity, not recklessness. Mira confirmed, our sensors detect hesitation in their fleets. They know we are different, but they do not yet understand how far we have advanced. The Council decided to engage in diplomacy, fearing the humans' superior technology. They sent envoys to negotiate. Captain June welcomed the opportunity. We will discuss terms and cooperation, but any aggression will meet resistance. Humans have returned stronger and wiser. Counselor Tylo understood that humanity's return had changed the balance of power. We cannot fight them directly. They are beyond our expectations. We must negotiate and adapt. The Seongjin remained poised, its crew calm and disciplined. The months in uncharted space had taught them patience, resilience, and the value of strategy. Humanity's return was not only a statement of power but a demonstration of intelligence and unity. Captain June addressed his crew. "We have achieved what many thought impossible. The humans have survived, adapted, and become a force the galaxy must respect. Our mission continues to protect, to explore, and to ensure that Earth's place in the stars is secure." The Council envoys met with the humans, carefully observing the Xiongjian's capabilities. They realized that negotiation was the only path forward. Humanity's return had shifted the balance of power in the galaxy. The humans' patience, intelligence, and technology had ensured that they would never be underestimated again. Heijin piloted the ship smoothly through the Council's territory, demonstrating the Xiongjian's speed and precision. Minccio's weapons arrays remained ready, a visible reminder of human strength. Sujin monitored the systems, ensuring stability, while Mira analyzed the Council's reactions. Captain June reflected on the journey. Months of exploration, adaptation, and learning had brought them here. Humanity had returned to claim respect and to show that they were capable of protecting themselves and their colonies. The Xiongjian was more than a warship. It was a symbol of human ingenuity and courage. Counselor Tylo finally addressed the humans. "Your return has changed our perception. We acknowledge your strength and intelligence. Let this be a step toward cooperation and understanding." Captain June nodded. "Humans seek peace and respect. We are ready to cooperate, but always prepared to defend ourselves. The galaxy must see that humanity has returned with courage, strategy, and power beyond expectation." The Xiongjian continued through the Council's space, a symbol of human resilience and determination. The crew felt pride and unity. They had returned stronger, smarter, and more prepared than ever. Humanity had proven that they could survive, adapt, and thrive. As the Xiongjian moved into deeper space, Captain June knew that this was only the beginning. Humans had reclaimed their place in the galaxy, showing that they were not to be underestimated. The galaxy would remember the day the missing Earth warship returned, carrying humans who had learned, grown, and unleashed power beyond imagination. The crew prepared for future missions, knowing that the galaxy was full of unknown threats and challenges. Humanity had proven its strength, but they would continue to explore, adapt, and defend. The Xiongjian's journey marked the beginning of a new era, where humans were recognized as a force capable of shaping the galaxy's future. Captain June looked at the stars, feeling hope and determination. "We are humans. We survive, we adapt, and we endure. The galaxy will remember Earth's return. We will continue to protect, explore, and show that humanity is unstoppable." The Xiongjian moved forward, silent and powerful, carrying the legacy of humanity into the stars. The crew was ready, united in purpose and strength. The galaxy had witnessed humanity's return, and it would never underestimate them again. Humans had come back not just to survive, but to thrive, explore, and ensure their place among the stars. The story of the Xiongjian and its crew would inspire generations, marking the beginning of a new chapter in human history among the stars.